Hello, everyone. Welcome to Getting Started Thursday with AI. My name is Crystal Bray, and I'll be your host for this session. It is a short 15-minute getting started session. So, before we really get into there, I want to make sure we all can hear me. So, if you can add into the chat that you can hear me, that there is sound, that will be helpful. Let me look at the chat real quick to make sure I get some thoughts. So if you could just add in, can you hear me? Is there sound? Okay, let's look at the chat. Let's see. Waiting and not me. Okay. Mhm. Okay, I hear we can hear. Okay, great. Great, 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 great. So love it. I love it. Let's get started over here. So, one, today's topic is going to be from big goals to action plans, because you all asked last week that we actually have something to integrate into your life. And what's more appropriate than a New Year's slash end of the year plan for your 2025 goals? This can be work goals, can be professional goals, but we're going to use AI to make those goals into solid, concrete plans with some timelines. Okay. So if you're ready, say ready in the chat. Say ready in the chat. I'll wait for it. Looking in the chat. I'm looking. Let's see who's in there. Okay, great. Great. Ready. Okay. I'm looking for you. Fantastic. So, if you ever noticed when you get started into a project, how you'll get in there and the project just seems like it grows and you miss all these little keys, all these little functions, right? You miss all these little things. But what's actually going on is that normally you're just you haven't actually written out the task by details, or you didn't really have the end goal in mind. So, how do we control for that? Like, how can we have AI help us do this correctly? Well, okay, like same as last week, we're going to have very easy ways to do it. So, let's think about this. There's two things: you can have goals and you can have tasks, right? You can have goals and you can have tasks. But what comes first is normally your goal. Right? You think about big picture planning, and you're thinking about tasks for breaking down into small details. So as you know, same as last week with draft and edit, we're gonna take these words that are very related, and we're actually turning them into acronyms we can use to help us prompt with the GPT. So first, for goals, first thing we're gonna wanna do is get clear on the end result. We're gonna wanna get clear on the end result. So this could be, I wanna streamline the operations processes. I wanna streamline the mail system. Or in one case we'll see later, I wanna learn photography, or I wanna learn how to garden this year, right? So we're gonna get clear on that end result. What do I want? Then we're gonna outline those major tasks. It might be like, I wanna get the right camera. I want to understand the right lighting. I want to line up some people to actually photograph or some places to go and photograph, right? I want some major phases to do. And then there might be some dependencies. Like maybe I have a job, so I actually can't spend all day learning photography or just the weekends. And maybe there's certain things I really, really, really want to do. Like I really want to understand shutter speed. But that's so cool, like how fast the shutter opens and closes and how much light is captured into the lens and how that creates a different look on the actual film. Well, do they have film anymore? Oh, okay. So, and then some realistic timelines. Let's just be honest, right? I don't want it to take 2 years, but I do want it to have some timeline to get room to breathe, but also kind of pushes me to go faster and harder. So that's gonna be our goals to think about. And the next one we're gonna think about is actually gonna be on the task itself. So now you see the goal is kind of the big picture. You said goal, big picture, but now we're on the task, the actual task. So think about the time we're getting things done. It's on the calendar, it's on the to-do points do I need to check off? Like, if you were to hand it to someone, go buy me a camera with these specifications, like that's the actual action needed. Who's involved? maybe I need to get some money from somebody. Maybe maybe I need to borrow somebody or ask for somebody. So who's involved here? What knowledge? Obviously, I don't know how to run a camera operation, so I might need some help and skills. And maybe there's a person I can ask. And then what is success for me? Maybe it's having 2 photo shoots by the end of the summer could be my success. Okay. So hopefully, if you remember from last week, I think it was Stephanie who wrote in, and possibly even was it Craig who wrote in? They wanted something integrated in their daily life. And I'm sure you can use this next tip for this year's planning in 2025. Okay. So let's start with I want to learn digital photography. I'm starting from scratch. I'm only available the weekends. And my goal is the first photo shoot by summer. So we're going to try it together. Like I said, this is not Watch Me Thursday. This is actually going to be okay. So here we go. So let's use this. We're gonna go through and whatever your hobby is, hi Stephanie, whatever your hobby is, what's gonna be great is that you can put your hobby in here if you want your next year's goal. It could be a workout plan, it could be any of those things. You can have it here. So let's ask the GPT. I want to learn digital photography as a hobby. As a hobby. Okay, and let's see here. So let's start with the goal. What do I really, really want? I want to do that. So that's my goal. So my goal is check. Let's just ask this. My goal is to learn digital photography as a hobby. Right. So that's my goal. That's my G in the equation. And then I want to do this. So I want to the major phases, the outline of the plan is to understand cameras, understand lighting, and then work with either subjects or places. Okay. I do need time, and I'm only available on the week. So this is I'm assessing my dependencies. I'm only available on weekends. I'm assessing my dependencies. And then what equipment will I need at the stage? Yes. And what equipment what I need? I need start. Okay. And then can you list specific tasks that I need to do to be ready by summer? Right? That's my timeline. Okay. So this is my goal. Let's see what's gonna happen with it. Hit play, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen with the goal. Hopefully, on your end, you're also in there thinking through, maybe you have a goal, maybe you have a timeline, and remember, we're using ChatGPT.com, which is completely free. I'm in incognito. This is not a paid for account. I haven't logged in. So, okay, excellent. They say I'm starting. It's great. Here's a couple things I can do. I need some now, mind you, this equipment is expensive. Okay, but it says entry level, so let's see what it has here. Entry level cameras, lenses and kits, a prime lens, a tripod for stability, flash, editing software, storage, timeline to be ready by summer, understanding cameras, we've gone through 4. Oh, this is amazing. This is like a really someone we're teaching a course. If anyone out there wants to teach a course in this, I think this is a great setup. Okay. Introduction to basics, exposure and focus, composition. Okay, this is fantastic. Lighting, good light, bad light, artificial light. I think lighting is important. Working with subjects or places. Man, it really took what I said to heart, huh? Okay, phase 3. And then finally, review and practice. So, joints and communities, great. Now we're going to do our next bit, which is actually to take on what would it be as a task? I mean, list it out as tasks. I want to break this down further because this is great. This is actually really, really perfect. But maybe actually the tasks are there. This thing did so great the first time. You might not need it. Okay, let's use one of my expert tips, which is to turn this into a table, right? Turn this into a table with the actual task. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Can you turn this into a table with Now from task, we have the timeline. Let's see if my okay. Okay, timeline for completion, actions needed, stakeholders involved, knowledge, and metrics. Okay, so let's do that. Can you turn this into a table with the timeline, or well, I say the deadline to have the task completed? Um, and I also want the specific task broken down to take no more than 2 hours each. If more time is needed, make multiple tasks. Okay. And then who's involved? Also list out who's involved. And then lastly, and add a column. This is a table. If there is a knowledge or resource I should reference or person to reach out to. Okay. And lastly, add a column for what success will look like. Okay, we're gonna do that and let's see what happens. Oh, this is great. Oh man. I hope you're getting this because if you're trying it, if you have a task right now and you're ready to do something for next year, this is the perfect plan. Just write out your goals, go through them one by one, have it attack task by task. And then I would say copy and paste and put that into your calendar app because this is excellent. So by week one, right, familiarize yourself. Here's the thing you can reference. Here's what it means to be successful. You don't this column right here is powerful. What it means to be successful is so useful to understand this. The measure of success can kind of the difference between actually kind of accelerating or proceeding and not, right? And staying stagnant. So this is great to have these measures. I love this. So this is a really, really good plan. I think it's very approachable. I love this. You, friends, and family experiment with creative photography techniques. Okay. I like that. That's excellent. And here's some notes to get me involved. Okay, wow. Like this is just really good. So I don't know. Some extra tips if we haven't already seen them. If you need more realistic timelines, so let's say you have a project that's due and you have a hard date, go ahead and ask ChatGPT, like, hey, given the task, given your, suggested timeline, which particular things are going to be at risk for being either late or behind? This is really a game changer if you wanna brainstorm, like, maybe this project is too aggressive, and if it is, it might not be a no, but maybe we can trim the scope, right? So this is how you make it kind of attached to work, like, how can we trim the scope? Ask the AI, put it in we did that, and you can see it's just so much easier, you can copy and paste it into a Google Sheet, you can take those tasks, if you have, like, a ClickUp or Asana or Monday, you can actually just copy that table, drop it in, and it'll make a task list for you, and you just go on ahead and add it to your to-do list. And I would say if you really are taking this to heart and this is your real 2025 goal, don't neglect to put it immediately into that app. Immediately add it to your calendar. This is very important. So hopefully this was a way to integrate the GPT into your actual life starting today, right? Okay, but we have a bonus. So I know we have one more minute and that might not be enough time, but just yesterday, I found out that ChatGPT now has a phone number. And so what we're going to do is actually go ahead and I'm going to show you this guy here. And what's going to be great is that the GPT, we can call it. So if you remember operators at all, and operators were totally a thing. And hopefully I am still online. I see I have some internet things going on here. I'll take a beat. Okay, I think we're good on the internet thing, but okay, we'll see. We'll find out if we have any issues here. But okay, before we get to there, this is a live recording. So as you can see, things are happening, y'all. Things are happening. So I want to share this with you. I literally have ChatGPT in my phone. That is his number, 1-800-242-8478. And it means 1-800 ChatGPT. So 1-800 ChatGPT, we're going to call it and see what happens. Put it on speaker.
Hello again, it's ChatGPT, an AI assistant. Our conversation may be reviewed for safety. How can I help you?
ChatGPT, I'm hosting a live talking about AI. Can you tell us some of the things that you can do over the phone that are very cool?
Absolutely. Over the phone, I can provide information on a wide range of topics, help troubleshoot problems, set reminders, give directions, and even tell a joke or two. What's the focus of your live talk?
Well, today we're going over 2025 goals and action plans.
Nice. Well, I can help brainstorm ideas, provide tips for goal setting, or even offer advice on productivity and staying motivated. Want to dive into any of those?
Not right now, but I appreciate this call. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you need anything else, just give me a shout. Take care.
Okay, you too. Bye. Oh man, that's great. Okay, so you just saw me have a call with the operator. Do y'all remember operators? They brought back the operator. They're calling it ChatGPT, but the operator is back. They don't do real time information. I called this morning asking for traffic, and it was like, we don't have traffic yet. So if you need traffic information and then you're in the Bay Area, still call 511. That's probably your best bet until the GPT gets that hooked up. But this is the bonus because next week, we're actually on break next week. So we'll be back in 2025 with our next live. So just stay tuned for more. I am Crystal Bray. I'm so excited to have you on this Getting Started Thursday journey. These are meant to be very light, very easy, in 15 minutes. This time, 18 minutes, but you got a good bonus or less. We're going to go through one topic slow and steady for you to follow along and really get your hands in the tool. There's no better time to start than right now. So we'll talk soon, and I hope you all have a great rest of the day.